Hey, what's going on with you guys, man? Let's talk about this real quick. If you guys aren't in the loop, you should go and listen to Shawn Porter's podcast, The Porter Way. He did a live stream yesterday. Usually, I guess it's usually pre-recorded and they drop the videos or whatnot. But he decided to do a live video. He had a few people on. He had I forgot the guy's last name, but Pierre, comedian. He's been in a few movies. He had Barack on from the DAZN show, and he also had on, of course, special guest Terence Crawford, right? The guy who he just fought this past weekend, this past Saturday, um, it was a good fight all in all. Ended pretty abruptly and pretty bad stoppage, but I'm not gonna harp on that too much. But there was one thing that stood out to me from this conversation, right? And I'm probably gonna talk about a few things that also was discussed during this part of the episode or whatnot or interview. Um, but I did want to talk about this, right? And this is more so about the business of boxing, right? There was a point in time where one of Sean's friends, I don't know why I'm losing his name. I watch the podcast from time to time, so I should know his name off the top of my head. But he brought up a interesting question, right? And he brought up Top Ranks promotion. Sean Zattel talked about it as well. And Terence Crawford had some interesting things to say, right? I think it was Sean Zattel that mainly brought it up. I'll play audio first. I want to get this factual. But they were talking about the pay per view buzz and how that correlates to Errol Spence and asking for a bigger pie and whatnot, and how the sales could actually hurt him in the negotiation process, right? Because we seen Errol Spence do 300K with Mikey. I think he did over 300K if I'm not mistaken, or super close to 300K. He did 350 with Shawn, if I'm not mistaken, and then I think he did 250 in the middle of the pandemic. With Danny Garcia, right? And I don't think Terence Crawford he hasn't surpassed the 200K mark in any of his pay per view fights. That includes what's this guy the goddamn name they just fought Jose Ramirez before Jose Ramirez fought Josh Taylor. Yo, that's how I know I'm tired. I gotta Victor Postel, the American, and now the Sean Porter fight. None of those have went over 200K. And let's take a listen to what Sean's friend had to say and ask Terence Crawford and let's hear his response. Let's play that.
Wrong. Hey Terrence, don't be honest. I feel like Bob held you back. Between me and you, don't worry about this. Nobody else listening. I feel like you missed out about $75 million, bro. I,
Say he think he missed out on 75 million. Now that might be a steep ass number. I don't know if he missed out on 75 million. It's tough to really say, but let's continue. Let's hear what Crawford has to say. And Crawford actually, if you guys go and watch this, he actually kind of smirked a little bit at that remark. But let's see what he says.
back. I don't know how much you made, but it's time to go. Go get this money, Terrence, and don't fight forever, bro. But go get this money.
Sure, man. I feel like, there was a lot of opportunities left on the table. Not only with fighters, but also with pay per view. Like for instance, me and Sean Porter fought on the app. You know,
That was another thing too. I'm gonna be totally honest. When I first heard they was fighting on ESPN Plus, I'm like, ESPN Plus isn't on TV if I'm not mistaken, right? So at first I thought it was gonna be. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be a free fight at first until it was announced ESPN Plus pay per view and everything like that. I'm like, why the hell would they put it on ESPN Plus when they could just put it on regular TV, ESPN, and you can buy the pay per view from these guys, right? It's not like it'll be the first time ESPN did a pay per view. They just did a split pay per view with Wilder and Fury. So why couldn't they just put a regular pay per view? Because it's not a co promotion with Fox or Showtime or anything. It would have been strictly ESPN Top Rank. I don't know why they didn't do it, but is weird. Let's continue to hear what Bud has to say though.
many people that was telling me they don't know how to get the app on the TV. They don't know how to do it, and the average elderly or person that doesn't, you know, no tech, they not gonna know how to get the app on the TV. So what they do, they don't buy it. You know, so I feel like, you know, that was a setup at his own right there and there.
Hey, how you?
He said you heard it from the guy's mouth, man. He said he felt like it was a setup right there, the lack of promotion. And honestly, that's what the split mainly has to do about, man. I think Crawford just like, you know what? I'm not getting the fights I need to get. He's said it plenty of times, like, you guys not getting me the Pacquiao fight. I'm not getting the Keith Thurman fight. Shawn Porter damn near had to be a mandatory to get a fight for him to get a fight with one of the top welterweight guys. And we also had Pacquiao, who was a top ranked fighter. They could have been for Pacquiao a long time ago, but top ranked never fed Pacquiao to Crawford as well. So he's really missed out. He's really missed out on some really good paydays. If he would have got the Pacquiao fight, that's probably at least $10 million payday, especially a guy that's been undisputed pound for pound, fighting one of the best fighters to ever do this in the game. That would have boosted up his marketability. Would have definitely increased his pay for sure. If he's getting paid base salary was like 5 million or something like that. I think that was when he read up. I think that's what he was getting. So I can only imagine with a Pacquiao if they was able to secure that. Um, but yeah, man, like I said, I think it was definitely a bad decision on Top Rank to not put this on TV as well. I understand App Battle, bro. Honestly though, I don't think they definitely missed out on some extra money. I'm not gonna say like it's crazy when you really think about it, it's a lot, but on the grand scheme of things, it wasn't a ridiculous amount, right? It's not like I don't think he missed out on like 5 extra million or so in his last fight. But I definitely think if this fight was on TV, if they did 190K 190K buys. They said Kevin Iole tweeted it, credible boxing beat writer or whatever you want to call him, just boxing writer, insider guy. He said they did 190K approximately. So if I had to guess, if this was on cable TV, you was able to buy the pay per view from the TV. I'd say that probably would have maybe did an extra 25 to maybe 25 to 40, possibly 50K buys. I don't really think would have did. I think would have gave him an extra 25 30. Just cause I don't know, bro. I feel like most people that are diehard boxing fans, they found a way to watch it and get the ESPN Plus. Most guys that are diehard boxing watchers, I'm pretty sure they have a smartphone that they can get ESPN Plus on now. It's probably a little bit hassle for them, but if they really want to support, they'll go out their way to figure it out. So I'll say they probably missed out on about 25K buys, 25 to 50. That's where I'm looking at now. You do the math on that. What was the pay per view was like what 70, 80. So let's just say 70. We're gonna give him a whole 50K because I'm gonna just guess that, right. 50K. Well, that is still millions. 3.5 million. Then you got to break that down to the promotional companies as well, the managers and everything like that. So you could probably say it would have walked away after taxes, all that stuff. They would have both walked away with probably somewhere around extra half a mil. So probably a million maybe. So yeah, that is decent money, honestly, but fortunately didn't get that extra breach. Um and there was a few things he talked about too. Now, see, I'm approaching the 10-minute mark on this recording or whatnot, so I might do another video where we talk about the potential opponents that Terence Crawford said he wants next. If they asked him if you can have 3 opponents next, who are the 3 guys you want? I think he said in no order as well. He said Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, your Danis Ugas. 3 great welterweight fights. Now I think he would probably only really want the Ugas fight if he's still holding the belt. If he doesn't have that WBA strap, I think Terence Crawford probably wouldn't pay him much mind. But he does have the belt right now. He's a pretty good boxer. Now as far as Keith Thurman goes, guy who hasn't been in the ring in a long time, and then Errol Spence. That's the only fight everybody wants to see, right? And I think I can speak for the majority of boxing fans when we say we really want that fight the most. But with that being said, this video is coming to an end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you're notified when I drop a video, man. With that being said, peace.